Chelsea, I'll make you co-host so
Okay.
you can get people in to
Okay.
you see.
Okay.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is a presentation on a topic I found interested in, and it's called Beatles on the Spectrum.
Okay. Beatles on the spectrum.
And question, is there a topic in pop culture that you and your friend know too much about?
Mm.
Let's see, is there a topic in pop culture that you or your friends, there's way too much useless information about? I'm sure there is.
Anybody have an answer?
Mm, I'm thinking uh my friend Alex and way too much and I'm kind of, I wouldn't say I'm quite there, but too much information on Taylor Swift and everything going on with Taylor Swift.
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
Okay, we can come back to this. So the Beatles, just for people who don't know a rock group from Liverpool, England, arguably the biggest group of all time, and I know too much about them, are we honest? And just a short history, really brief. They formed in 1957 as the Crowmen. They played club in Germany and Liverpool, and the first single release where they were backing band with my Bonnie and as their own unit job me do, and in 1963 to 65 I would call it the boy band era. Screaming fans strode into movies.
Yeah.
Psychedelic era, 66 to 68, stop touring. Apple Records was founded. Also, please stop me if you have any questions or comments. 1969 to 70, the breakup. Abbey Road was their last album. They also did a film called Get It, which was originally called Get Back, which heightened their breakup. So I first got into them at age 5 to 7, and there was this old cassette my dad had recorded of the radio, and George consisted of the White Album, and I felt like at the time they were different than the other broken blue. My parents played me, and they didn't only talk about love. I was getting sick and tired of hearing songs like My Baby This, or When My Baby Kisses Me, or I Lost My Baby. I was just like wanted to hear something besides love songs. And the government that who made the first tape record must have felt the same way, because you got songs about different topics. Some of the songs are about sea life, octopuses, golden yellow submarine, making fun of those in government power, tax man, piggies, a song I've been reflecting on now is the continuing story of Bungo Bill, which is about a witch kind of making fun of people who had first words, and kind of being like with people in the song going, "Hey Bronco, who did you kill tough guy?" And it was kind of funny. Home life, Lady Madonna, a day in the life. Good morning, joy of sheep. I'm only sleeping. I'm so tired, or two of the song. Aaron Green said again with Tag Man, and they did a song called Dig a Pony where they insert the Rolling Stones. Austin, and a crime Norwegian word, which is saying it's about Lenin starting a fire and started burning down his mistress's apartment. Like Will Hammer, which is about um um and wheels crashing down on people by this troublemaker named like, well, and they also did a lot of abstract subject like I Am the Walrus, which John wrote after he heard that his songs were being analyzed in college. He wrote a song that couldn't be analyzed at all because it had nonsense lyrics. Wild Honey Pie, which is just a minute of someone screaming honey pie over an out of tune guitar. So why I became a Beatles fan was I was really unusual as a child. I got into chain and airline timetables. I used to collect different versions of TV Guide. I wasn't a big fan of fictional stories popular with kids my own age. Any anybody anybody on the call is on you or Beatles fans, and would you share if you or why you like them so much?
I would say I I go I don't necessarily like am like a huge fan, but I like their music. Um, but um I can remember as a kid really liking the Yellow Submarine. That's by them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. And I'm trying to think, was YMCA theirs or
no read people.
oh, okay, never mind. Um, but I grew up with that like kind of music, and so although I'm not like a huge fan, I do like their music.
Cool. Anybody else?
Yes, I definitely like the Beatles. I'm not really big on hard rock, you know, or some of the stuff that is popular now. And obviously, I go way back in the '60s. My older sister had a pen pal from England, and that's how I first heard about them.
Uh-huh.
At the time, obviously, they were very popular in England, and uh, so she told us about them, and um, that's how we first, yeah, heard anything from them. I've never gone to one of their concerts. I'm not a big, uh, I don't go to a lot of concerts anyway. Um, uh, I think they have a catchy music.
Mhm.
It's fairly simple melodies, which probably is attractive to people. Um, um, and I mean, the fact that they're still popular today says a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and Paul McCarthy still performs, you know. I mean, and he's in his
Yeah,
70s, you know. So, um, yeah, I mean, they definitely are big in popular music, and probably will stay big for a long time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do remember that era. I was, let's see, 1970. I was a senior in high school. Is that right? Yeah. So I remember when they first became popular and first came to the US. And I remember all of the popular culture was focusing on how they had long hair and they were men with long hair. It's like, so I remember when I was at school, if men's hair got a little long, they would say, "What are you, a Beatle?"
Mhm.
But I do
And the hair
remember,
wasn't even that long, you know, compared
now,
to
yeah, right,
now,
exactly.
and this would surprise me. It's like there have verses that long as you said, and now it seems like I just
I miss that.
like rock songs about people like singing about how others want them to cut their hair, and I just cannot relate to that.
I miss that question. Chelsea, can you?
Chelsea,
There we go. Okay. So he was in summary. I won't I don't think I caught all the words either,
Okay.
but um, but he was saying that compared to their hair really wasn't that long.
Right, right.
And now today was it? He said today, the
I hear all these rock songs from the 60s about how people are complaining about long hair and I can't relate.
Oh, okay. So he was saying that he hears all these songs from the 60s that complain about long hair
Yeah,
and he can't relate.
yeah, yeah.
Yet you know that song Signs,
You know that song Signs?
Uh, what's it called
sign,
again?
sign everywhere, a sign.
The song Sign Everywhere.
I don't remember that one.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I was in a Catholic boys' school as senior year of high school, and they were so extremist. Like to go to lunch, I remember we had to single file into the lunchroom past the dean of discipline, and he would pull people out of the line if you had your hair was just a little bit longer.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and you would get detention or something. It was kind of
Wow.
crazy. But that's what Jacob was saying. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
even long, and it was seen as so rebellious.
Huh.
Anyway, moving on, the Beatles satisfied my need for facts. There was an estimated 4,000 books on the band, including 10 plus book deliveries with the Beatles did each day concerts recording session flights group members took a complete with flight number and time for each event. And looking at it, you would think, like, how who find this interesting and somebody does and there's a market for it. This is a picture of Mark Livingston, who is the foremost Beatles biographer and just has books upon books of facts about the group.
Hmm.
Videos with legs. There was an official album featuring in
Uh-huh.
studio outing concert news reporting. So there's I believe the band must be in on this album because they seem very mysterious. This someone would just take tapes from a studio without the band knowing or the band may you heard the story of one of the concerts where only two copies of the tape was made and one was given to Paul McCartney and one was held by the manager, and it seemed really unlike either someone would steal the tape without them knowing or wanting to investigate. Of course, there are many books dedicated to Beatles, but what you're looking at now is the first, is the complete, it has, it's called altogether now, it has a book listing every recording the Beatles ever made, including both gigs it was put together in 1976, and there's still people who would a new edition and who like even in the age of the internet they still are like when will the update altogether now? All you need is fact, so the fact that the music became the reason why I enjoyed the videos so much. My parents reminded me that I was unusual in my interest of, in fact, they told people not to encourage my fandom. So, so it's a different story in 2024 deep dive all over YouTube and yes, 6 hours in TV shows like I'll update the reference here for you all in the family and the Cosby Show and books featuring Garfield cartoon. There's a guy who did the history of every cartoon book featuring Garfield plus and Theme Park. What you're looking at is a YouTuber symbol named Defuck Yan who did a 2 hour documentary on a single note in our commercial and did the channel in 2001. He did like 2 hour documentary on that piece of music that no one would notice. But him, he also did a 2 hour documentary on the history of theme park lines. So about how people lined up the theme parks for what so pretty esoteric and put this stuff. So I'm why this fascinates me is church you
You want me to read this?
yeah.
So it says autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorder is a condition related to the brain, to brain development that impacts how a person perceives and socializes with others, causing problems in social interaction and communication. The disorder also includes limited and repetitive patterns of behavior.
So I am self-diagnosed with this used to be called as words. I don't know why they changed the name, but I've been told this is the correct name and I'm self-diagnosed. No dog, no has diagnosed me. And where did this spectrum fit into your world? The, where did this spectrum to fit into my album, the videos, I focus on random facts and seeing like the two dates and stuff excites me and I feel like I'm gaining something and also people with autism spectrum disorder tend to do what they call brain dumping, which is have a conversation with someone and go into way too much information that other people think is good. Yes, like someone was doing a video project on disability activism a couple of years ago, and nobody will do video project. You maybe have five of the best videos. And he had every submission submitted to him on the website. The man had 600 submissions all on the website in all catalog, and he was encouraging people to watch every video of the 600 videos to get the full scope of the project. So I'm still confused about if my affordability because I'm on this spectrum or because I'm a node. The reason I think it's this spectrum is some info is quite detailed and interesting to most. I was just watching a video that with over there was over how could you tell where any of your video records were made in the US and how it was over the different areas of the US that made them ship video records including the dates they ship them, which I luckily had no interest in. There's also a session about trivial debates, which is like a key thing. So you will see people get into great arguments about the religious detail of video law, and God forbid you mess up a fact and you get discredited online. And the case for being on them is that there wasn't the net back when I became a wizard fan, so I have no idea how many people were like me. Now I know there's a lot of people, and it's interesting because when I watch these videos on YouTube about mundane subject, I have only had heard of one YouTuber actually labeled himself as being on this spectrum, which makes me think that people think that's a given to them, that of course everybody would know them on this spectrum. We did they were to avoid bullying, and so they don't announce it and see they're not on the spectrum. So my videos fandom today that we I try very hard not to get as obsessed with facts anymore. I occasionally will research something which I try not to. I have learned many videos that I used to know when would the still album came out, watching every album that I do not know now. Um, it's that was engaging in this we could there's too much going on in the world, and that's my presentation with the videos. And now I'll open it for questions and comments.
Well, thank you for the presentation. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me think of all those albums that I did buy back then. The
Mm.
White Album and Abbey Road, and I think they were so popular because they spoke to a younger generation that was so disheartened with the social world of the adult world at that time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
like Petra was saying, the music may not have been that radically different, but the lyrics certainly had social injustice themes, some of them, right? And
Mm.
was a kind of wanting to speak out against the way the world was. So I had a question. I wondered, I know of Taylor Swift very little, Chelsea, and I know she's incredibly popular all over the world. So does her music touch on social justice issues in the lyrics or?
Not social justice issues. I mean, no, not social justice issues,
Okay,
but she talks a lot about her personal life and like
okay,
navigating social emotional issues,
okay.
and which are really, and at least for my generation, we kind of grew up with her as
Uh-huh.
she was progressing in her music.
Okay.
And so a lot of it, because I'm so close in age with her,
Uh-huh.
uh, it was so relatable because she talks a lot about her personal life in her music.
Okay. So do you think the majority of the what attracts the masses of people your age or her age to her is around that aspect, or do they just really like the music or her voice or
Um, I would say partially that, and then also she puts on really good shows.
okay,
So and then so her shows are very in depth. Like she thinks about every little detail. So it's very fan friendly.
okay.
So but yeah, I think a big appeal is also her just the relatability.
Relatability, yeah. Did you have a question then? Yeah.
Well, I would thank you all for coming
Oh
today
yeah.
and just do and doing this just so you know, we do different topics every Friday at for your time, so you're always welcome to join us. Next week, we'll have a panel of people with LGBT and disabilities, so feel free to join us next week.
That sounds interesting.
Would you like me to repeat?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was for you, Dennis and Joe. He was saying that every week on Fridays we have this chat space, and it's different topics every week. And so and it's at, I believe he said 4 o'clock your time.
yeah.
Um
Hmm.
and so you're welcome to join us anytime.
Oh, wow.
Next week is there's gonna be a panel talking about um people who are in the LGBT community and also have disabilities.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I would be interested. We would be interested. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, thank you, Jake,
Thank you.
Night.
for inviting
Thank
us.
you. Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good to see you.
nice to meet you, Petra.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a little shorter today.
Just,
Hi.
just checking meeting as we had been cancelled.
Oh, it has.
Yeah, to send a time for next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought it was good, even though we didn't have as many people. I know Bonnie and Junie are busy, so
Oh, okay.
what
Okay.
do you think?
I thought it went really good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
cool.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let's see. Okay, so then okay, no meeting at 3. So then I was thinking about doing laundry. Is everything that you want washed